Hello, grade 9 students. I'm Mrs. Samah, and today's lesson is about On My Father's Shoulders Vocabulary Keywords Part 1. At the end of this video, you will be able to build background knowledge about the topic, identify the meaning of new keywords, use these keywords in sentences. First of all, let's watch this video about the theme human relations.
Dad,
Yes, son.
do we have to go?
You know we do.
Why?
He's always been there for us. Now we need to be there for him.
I don't think he wants me there anymore.
He always wants you with him.
He does?
I know he does.
How?
Because that's all he ever wanted.
I just don't know what to say when I'm with him.
Tell him whatever's on your heart.
It's not easy. It's like he's not even there.
Sometimes love means doing things that don't come easy.
Hi, Grandpa. How do you know so much?
Because my father taught me.
Now, let's answer these questions. How many generations are there in the video? 3 generations: child, father, grandfather. How do you think is the relation between these generations? The child thinks his grandpa does not care to see him, and the father tries to assure his son that his grandpa cares and loves him. So, what is the father trying to do? He is trying to bridge the gap between one generation and the other. What does this video reflect? The importance of human relations in the life of a person and how the effect of one generation will be reflected in the coming one. Now, are you ready to start with vocabulary words part 1? Let us move to our first word. Funeral. Again, funeral. Look at the pictures. What are the people holding? A tomb. What does the tomb include? A dead body. What are they going to do with it? Bury it. So, what do we call such an event? Funeral. So, funeral, it's a noun. It means burial ceremony for someone who has died. For example, the funeral was full of people, but I could see no one out of my shock of a granny's death. How was the funeral? Full of people. Why couldn't I see anyone out of the shock of my granny's death? Whose funeral was it? My granny. Let us read some additional examples. His funeral was a private ceremony attended only by family and a few close friends. Another one, the funeral of Mahatma Gandhi was attended by millions of people. Now, it's your turn to give a try. Let's move to the second picture or the second word. Grieve. Again, grieve. Look at the two girls. What are they doing in both pictures? Crying. Why do you think they are crying? They are sad, they lost someone, they're feeling sorrow. What do we do when you lose a close friend? Cry, sob, you feel sorry. So, what do we mean by grieve? Grieve, it's a verb. It means experiencing intense sorrow and sadness. For example, he grieved for his wife's death for more than 10 years. What did he do for his wife's death? Grieved. How many years did he grieve? 10 years. Let us read some more examples. Her decision to live overseas grieved her mother. People need time to grieve after the death of a loved one. Now it's your turn to give a try. Number 3, defenseless. Again, defenseless. Look at the short video. What are the dogs doing? Attacking a cat. Is the cat able to protect itself? Of course not. It is unable of protecting itself. Why? Because it is weak and cannot defend itself. So what do we call such a case? Defenseless. Defenseless, it's an adjective. It means helpless, lacking any form of protection or support. For example, infants are defenseless and must depend on a caring adult for survival. Who are defenseless? Infants. Why do they depend on adults? Because they are defenseless. Let us see another example. Nobody has a right to hurt another person, especially a defenseless woman. One more. He realized he had been cruel to shoot defenseless birds. Now it's your turn to give a try. The next word, genuine. Again, genuine. Look at the picture. What are the men looking at? A painting. What is this painting? It's the Mona Lisa. Do you think this is the real painting of the Mona Lisa? If it is the real, then it is the genuine. So what is genuine? Genuine is an adjective. It means real or sincerely felt. For example, for years, historians have speculated over whether the Mona Lisa is a genuine Da Vinci painting or a copy. What have historians speculated over? Whether the Mona Lisa is a real or a copy. What have historians speculated over? Whether the Mona Lisa is a genuine Da Vinci painting or a copy. So, what's the difference between a genuine and a copy? The genuine is the real, whereas the copy is the fake. Let us read some more examples. On further examination, it was found that the signature was not genuine. This medal is made of genuine gold. Now it's your turn to give a try. Fury. Again, fury. Look at the short sketch. How does the character feel? Angry. How did you know that? Through his facial expressions. So what do we call such a case? Fury. What do you mean by fury? Fury, it's a noun. It means rage or violent anger. For example, he couldn't contain his fury any longer. He burst like thunder, scolding everyone. Why did he burst like thunder, scolding everyone? Because he couldn't contain his fury. Let us read another examples. During the night, the fury of the wind increased to such a degree that it thrilled us. Or he flared up in fury and shouted at her because of her misdeeds. Now it's your turn to give a try. Now let us move to our new word, rite of passage. Again, rite of passage. What do the pictures show? They show girls celebrating a party. What is the party for? Wearing their hijab. When do they celebrate such a party? At any time? Of course not. At a specific age during their taklif period. So, rite of passage is marked as a change or transition in a person's life from one state to another. So, did you understand what is a rite of passage? Rite of passage, it's a noun. It is a ceremony or event that is a sign of a new stage in someone's life, especially when a teen starts to become an adult. For example, in Malaysia, 11 is a special birthday for some Muslim girls. It is considered a rite of passage, as it marks the time when they can celebrate Khatam al-Quran. Girls spend years preparing for this day, reviewing the Quran so they can recite the final chapter for friends and family at the ceremony. So, why is 11 a special birthday? Because it is considered a rite of passage. Why is it considered a rite of passage? Because it marks the time when they can celebrate Khatam al-Quran. Now let us read some additional examples to clarify the meaning. Marriage, graduation, and proms are examples of rites of passage. Rites of passage are diverse and found throughout many cultures around the world. Now it's your turn to give a try. Resistance. Again, resistance. Look at the pictures. What are the people in these pictures doing? They are offending Israeli occupation. Why are they doing so? They refuse to give up. What do the flags in the last picture resemble? These are the Islamic resistance against the occupiers. So, what is the aim of the Islamic resistance? They oppose the enemies and refuse to give up the land. So, what do we mean by resistance? Resistance, it's a noun. It means refusal to give in, opposition of somebody or something. For example, the villagers' resistance against the Israelis' cruelty was the key to liberty. What was the key to liberty? The villagers' resistance. Against whom was the resistance? Against the Israelis. Some additional examples: the troops met heavy resistance as they approached the city. Another one: wherever there is oppression, there is resistance. Now it's your turn to give a try. Caution. Again, caution. Look at the short video. What is the officer holding? A sign. What does it show? Warning others to be careful for the wet floor. What happened to the lady? Was she careful? She fell down. Why? Because she didn't pay close attention and wasn't careful. So, do you conclude what's the meaning of caution? Caution, it's a noun. It means carefulness, thoughtfulness, and close attention. For example, I delivered the box with a great caution because it was full of glassware. How did I deliver the box? With a great caution. Why did I deliver it with great caution? Because was full of glassware. Let us read some additional examples. As the couple climbed to higher elevations, more caution was necessary as icy patches became more frequent. One more, you should use caution when operating the electric saw. Now, it's your turn to give a try. Okay, let us move to practice one. In practice one, you have to write the correct key vocabulary word for each picture. Now practice 2. Fill in the blanks with the correct key vocabulary word that fits each sentence. Read the sentences, pause the video, and try to fill in the blanks. Thank you for your attention, and don't forget, stay home and stay safe.